Hi guys, and welcome back to Mama's Raising Angels. Tonight I'm going to do a video that is a little bit different for me. Last week you saw me do the flats and hand washing challenge, and that's all over with now. And I do have a washer and dryer, but today what I'm going to show you is my portable washer and spinner, how it works, how I do my diaper laundry, and how I set it up. So a portable washer, if you don't know, is a small washer that mine I think is an 11-pound basin, and it doesn't have a traditional agitator, but the water jets out really fast and spins around, and I have to do a couple of cycles. But portable washers are good for apartments and small living situations like campers, hotel rooms. If you live in an apartment that has coin-operated laundry, this can be a more affordable option. So there are lots of reasons that someone might want to use a portable washer, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do my cloth diapers in a portable washer.
Alright guys, so don't mind the mess. We are now in my bathroom and I'm getting ready to set up the hose from the sink to my washer. As you can see, I'm having a little bit of difficulty because my hose doesn't completely fit. I did have to buy this blue piece to make it work with my sink, but that wasn't a big deal. It was only a couple of dollars, and this thing saved me a lot of money on laundromat washing and coin-operated washing, so I'm not bothered by it. I have had this for a long time, so it does have some tape and some holes, and you might see some leaking, but that's not normal for this. You can also buy better tubing, probably on Amazon, but again, I'm not bothered by it. It's really not a big deal to me. So I'm starting my first cycle in cold water to help prevent staining and just get anything left that might not have gotten sprayed into the toilet or whatever else, just to kind of give it a good rinse. I do add soap, but you don't have to. It depends on your water type and just your preference. So right now I'm letting the washer fill for about halfway, just so that the diapers aren't sitting right on the bottom. I feel like it just helps them mix up better without causing too much uh oh my goodness, without causing the washer to have to work too hard to get the diapers off of the jets. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and start putting my diapers in. I only had a small load today because I did diaper laundry in the morning instead of at night, which is what I usually do, but for this video I decided to just do what I had in the diaper pail. So I have about, I think, 2 all-in-ones, no, 3 all-in-ones, 1 flat, 1 insert, 2 wipes, I think. There's probably more than 2 wipes, I'm not sure, and a fleece liner. I'm just putting probably less than a tablespoon of Gain in my washer, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn the timer to 15 minutes and let that spin. So as you can see, it's spinning, and it spins really good. It doesn't have the traditional agitator, it just jets water really quickly. But if you do overfill your washer, this can be problematic because it can't always agitate properly. I'm putting my hose down now so that I can drain out that first 15-minute rinse cycle, and it's just going to drain into my shower. Some people recommend that you do this in a toilet, but I make sure that I spray my poopy diapers and even my pee diapers really well, so I don't really worry about poop and pee going down the shower drain. You can do it in the toilet, but mine doesn't have a drain, so it would be hard for me to do mine in the toilet. Or it has a drain, but it doesn't, my washer doesn't have a pump, so it works with gravity, so it only drains if it's lower or at about the same height as the washer. So in order to drain into my toilet, I would have to put the washer up high, which I don't like doing because of the spin cycle, and you'll see why in a minute. So right now I am waiting for the water to heat up, and once it's fully heated, I will let it go into the washer and fill that up again about halfway. Now you will see I'm putting about a tablespoon and a half of soap. With a little washer and a little load like this, you don't need a lot. Now what you're going to see in a minute, or well, probably less than a minute, let's be honest. I stick my hand in to make sure that my diapers are separated and agitated properly, and I realize that the water didn't get hot enough because I didn't drain the diapers well enough. Some people will recommend that you wring out your diapers when using a washer like this before your second cycle so that you don't mix the cold with the hot or the old pee water with the new clean water. But I don't do that. I don't find it necessary. But in this case, I did decide that the water wasn't hot enough, and I went ahead and drained them again. I'm pushing them down to try and get some water out, and I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with hot water once again. So that's what's happening here. Once this is completely filled, I will go ahead and turn on the washer, and I will let it go for another 15 or so minutes. 15 minutes is the longest cycle you can do on this washer, but I find that it gets it nice and clean either way. Some people recommend that you, with normal clothes, that you only do 5 to 9 minutes, but with diapers, I like to do the full 15 and make sure they're getting thoroughly cleaned. Right here, I'm just separating the diapers so that they are getting properly agitated and just, double checking that they're clean. And I'm going to close that and I'll be back. Alright guys, so we are back and it's time to spin out the diapers. So this isn't a dryer, but it does spin the diapers. Like if you've ever been to the YMCA where they have the swimsuit spinners, same idea. So all I'm doing now is hooking up the hose so that it will pour clean fresh water into the spinner while I spin out my diapers so that they are getting a proper rinse. Now in a minute or so, you'll see that I had some technical difficulties, and I was going to cut it out, but I felt like it could be important in case anybody else buys this washer. So basically what happens is I get everything all set up, and I put my diapers in the spinner, and it stops spinning. And I can't figure out why at first, but I figured out that it's because when you have the water running into the spinner side, the drain hose needs to be draining into something, and I forgot that because I haven't used this in a while. So just make sure that if you're running the water in the spinner side, that the drain hose is down into something that it can go into. You don't have to put it on drain because the spin side will automatically drain, but so that way you can use the washer and spin side at the same time. I don't usually because I just haven't really felt the need to, but it is totally doable. So I was able to fit 3 all-in-ones, a few wipes, an insert, and a liner, I believe, in the spinner at the same time, and that all fit plus more. Here you can see it slowing down like I talked about. At first I thought it was off balance, and it wasn't, so I turned it back on, and it still was not working. I'm kind of troubleshooting here, and then I remember what is going on. So I move it over so that it can drain out, which you will see in just a minute. It took me way too long to figure this out. I'm not even going to lie. I don't know why I was having such an issue. But I just wanted to leave this in here, like I said, in case somebody else came across this problem and needed help with troubleshooting. So here I am draining it, and I will turn it back on momentarily, and it will go ahead and spin out. Now it's working. So keep in mind when you start the spinner, it will sometimes be off balance, and if you just keep your hand on it, it will usually rebalance itself. So now I'm back. I let it run for the full 5 minutes with this with the water on, and I'm going to go ahead and run it for another 5 minutes with the water off. This makes sure that it gets rinsed, and then the second cycle makes sure that it gets dry. So when I come back, I'm going to go ahead and take everything out and give it a good wring. Make sure that it is as dry as it's going to get out of here. As you can see, nothing is leaking. I tried several different fiber types. That's terry cloth. This one is a hemp insert from Thirsties. The next one I pull out will be a microfiber insert, which is notorious for compression leaks. So if there was any liquid in there, it would drip out. My last ones are all-in-ones, and I don't want to pull on the PUL, so I didn't wring those, but they wouldn't leak if I did. So now I'm just going to go ahead and hang everything up, and that is it for this video. If you have any questions, please comment them below. If you liked this video or if it helped you at all, give it a thumbs up. and subscribe. Thank you for watching.